Hey guys, welcome back to Chattin with D. We are here at Raul Penaranda fashion show, Unstoppable. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Chattin with D is where you need to be. So what do you love most about Raul?
Honestly, this is my first time working with him and walking with him, and he has the best energy. I mean, a lot of times backstage in a show, it's like really stressful and like a lot of just bad energy, and today was so much fun. I mean, he's high-fiving us at the end of the runway, and I'm like, yes!
I just loved his looks. Like, they were so classic, so timeless, so elegant. It was really an honor to get to wear them. I felt like I was transported back in time.
I love that.
I feel like his personality radiates through his clothing and through his designs, and they're fun, they're elegant, they're sophisticated, and yeah, they just make you feel good.
He's passionate, ambitious. He has the drive and determination that very seldom you see in people. So it's been very amazing to work with him and to kind of get to see his vision come to life and to be a part of that.
So amazing about Raul is he always comes back stronger. Every single time he has pivoted during this pandemic when the world was closing, he was having creative ideas and he came back with sustainable fashion that I love, that he's upcycled and he's used a lot of pieces that are just so, environmental friendly. They're easy to wear, so you can be luxury and, and then daytime. And it was so fun, like you have an outfit on and then take a piece off and put it on. You could go to the Met Gala or to lunch.
Every time he does a show, it's always so inspirational. The fact that he started from nothing and he's an immigrant like I was, right, coming to this country and fulfilling all his dreams, it's so inspirational. And I love the fact that he says that the clothes you wear, it's not only how you look, but also how you feel.
I love him. I love his personality. I love that he is kind and sweet and humble and so talented.
How do you feel when you're wearing Raul's dresses?
I feel strong. I feel empowered. I feel like a modern, contemporary woman. I feel like I'm able to be sexy and classy at the same time, and I think that's so important.
I feel fearless because Raul to me is not only a mentor and a friend, but somebody that I think that the world can learn a little bit from. Have compassion and, hard work ethics. And, when you're the underdog and people tell you no, he says, yes.
What are some tips and tricks that you can share with young models trying to come up in this industry?
Well, I think what's awesome about the industry now is that it's changing a lot to be a lot more inclusive and a lot more celebrating each individual. And that's not just, like looks and external things, but internal things like casting directors and agents. They want your personality. They want to see who you are. And so you just get to show up and be you. And again, with Raul, he was so empowering the whole time. And so it was really easy to show up and just be yourself.
I would just say don't let fear hold you back. You can do more than you think you can do. And a lot of these times, it could be your first runway, it could be your first photo shoot, it could, it's gonna be a lot of firsts, but you have to just embrace it and go for it, and you can do it,
I say have fun all the time. Whatever you're doing, make sure it's what you love to do. Just make sure that you have a strong sense of self no matter where you go, no matter what room you walk into, because sometimes you might get rejected, but you have to know that it's not you, it's their vision. So at the end of the day, just be you. That's all you can do.
Well, considering I am a young model myself, I think just giving it your all and not being too hard on yourself. I am kind of my own biggest critic, so I tend to get in my head and I think this has really allowed me to kind of step into myself and see that perfection, there is no such thing as perfection, but if you give it your best, that's when you shine.
So, being a young woman in fashion was hard, right? I think that anytime you start in an industry that has a lot of people and it's like not what you know, it's who you know, I think sometimes you have to really find who you are deep down inside. So my father always said hard work, and my mom always said, God gave you 2 ears to listen and 1 mouth to speak, so make sure you listen to everything. You show up on time, always before, and you just work your little butt off. And my mom and my parents both were like, there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And just like Raul says, I love this saying about him is, dreams are free, but the hustle is real.
Can you guys give us a little dish up behind the scenes of getting ready and everything? How was that?
It was actually very quiet for a runway show. Like, I felt like everybody was organized, they were on top of it. Normally I feel like these shows are running around, they're crazy. So I thought it was pretty nice actually this morning. It was pretty zen before the show.
Very zen. I came in, sat down, hair, makeup, nails, and we just
got the nails.
vibed out until it was time.
I love to hear that. I love when everything goes very smooth because then you can get on there and just keep it pushing.
I met him years ago, and I did a piece on his fashion show, and I never forgot him, and I was like, okay, when another fashion week rolls around, I'm gonna grab him again. So I grabbed him again, and then I had this idea that I wanted to do a piece on how you basically how you start a fashion line, how one day you have an idea, and it's a concept. And then you're like, let me sketch my concept. But then what happens between the idea, the concept, the materials, how to put it together, the models, the fittings, all of it. So I did a really long piece on his entire process. You start here and all these things are in the middle. I went to his model fittings where he chose the models and then decided what each model was gonna wear. And then we just took the whole thing right up into the runway.
Okay, Raul, you had an amazing show. You're definitely unstoppable. Thank you for having us. How are you feeling?
I feel very unstoppable. I think that it's part of the DNA of my brand, just to make sure that we show not only beautiful pieces, beautiful models, but an element of vulnerability, and that's what Raul is all about.
Yes, I love to hear that. And what can we expect in this new collection?
The new collection is basically how can I bring Coco Chanel and Audrey Hepburn, the black and white beautiful pieces, into a modern twist. So it's going to be a lot of black and white, a lot of gold, silver, nude. So it's part of the color palette of the Penaranda brand.
I love to hear that. You can never go wrong with a little black and white and a couple different nudes. And I always love to ask, what is your advice for any entrepreneur, any fashion person trying to make it in this industry?
You know what? The best advice I can give you is you're the driver of your own life. You have the choice to either stop or to continue. In my case, I don't have a plan B. That's why I'm unstoppable.
Here's why you do it to him.
Chattin with D is where you need to be. Oh my God, I did great!
Yes. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Raul. It's always a pleasure.